Chad, it's been a week, but we finally fucking back. Welcome to another edition of What the Hell's Happening in Sports with Mr. Amari Scott, aka Mr. Bay State Media himself. We're back with another
Yes,
one
sir.
of Late Night Live. Amari, brother, how are you, brother?
Bro.
I know.
Bro.
I know. I know, nigga. I know.
The Chiefs
I
game was
know.
rough. The Red Sox game is rough.
Yeah, not Chad. Yeah, the Red
Honestly,
Sox.
Pat's
Yeah.
about to lose Sunday. No Gonzo.
No, but oh yeah. Yep. I tell you, no, we got some shit to talk
Rough
about.
all around. We got some shit to talk about.
No, we really do. No, we're up. We're up. It's Saturday morning in the wee hours of Saturday morning, chat. I ain't got nothing better to do. My nigga Amari cooling right now. Let's get some shit out for y'all. No bullshit. I got some shit to say. My brother over here was on live earlier on the Bay State Media's YouTube page. If you haven't caught that, if you haven't tuned into that, I suggest you do. He dropped a couple nice lives. Y'all should tune the fuck into those. I'm gonna tell you though right
Pre-game show every week
now.
for
Pre-game show
football.
every week, bro. Pre-game show for
Every
football
week.
every week. It's football season now, nigga.
No
The
doubt.
niggas is on it now. No
No
cap.
doubt.
No cap. No cap. But yeah, chat. With that being said, I was actually sick for the last week. So my last live was actually around this time last Saturday morning. And that live talked about Peyton Tolley's first start. We're now a week later. Peyton Tolley just had his second start. And I tell you that, I'll just be honest right now, that didn't do too well. No bullshit.
Yeah.
That didn't go too well. That did
Yeah.
not go too well, Chad. Yeah, me and Amari actually, I'll tell you this, Chad. We were going to go on live earlier.
We
We're
were.
going to go on live earlier. But my nigga Amari was like, hold on, you know what? The Sox just scored a couple runs. Let's actually watch this game. This might get interesting. I'm like, you know what?
Yeah, it was 6-3. I'm like, hold on.
But yeah.
No outs. There was a man on third. Ended up getting the man on third. We had a man on first. Ended up transferring, getting that one 6-5, and then you know what happens after that.
Exactly. All of it. It's one of those things that it was too good to be true. It's too good to be true, especially. And that, by the way, chat. We'll get into the game later, but I'll just give you the synopsis real quick. That happened in the top of the top of the eighth inning. It happened in the top of the eighth inning, right? The bottom of the eighth inning, as the D-backs went up, told a whole different story of how this game actually looked. I'll tell you that. The ending score does not look pretty. No bullshit.
Nope.
No bullshit. But yeah, Chad. Now we'll save that shit for last. We'll save that shit for last tonight.
No doubt.
Because no bullshit, a lot of shit actually happened this week. A lot of shit from college football to women going on YouTube and social media fighting with talking about cheating with NBA players and fighting with their baby dads to fucking in the MLB you had a little couple of scuffles and you had a pitcher throwing directly at his catcher because he was upset at his catcher to fucking last night's NFL game with an Eagles player spitting on the starting quarterback for the Dallas Cowboys. If you know already, you know. If you don't know, nigga, you're about to find out.
Yeah.
No shit. And then finally, we'll get to the Red Sox. But with that being said, chat, man, what better way to start off this live with my brother Amari?
Yes, sir.
Some Colorado fucking football. Because I tell you, nigga.
Yeah, this was really interesting to me.
This was really interesting. Ain't that right? He said it. He actually just said it best. This was this was actually an interesting game. It wasn't a bad game. Was it? Like you might think, you're about to, if you didn't watch it, they got their ass kicked. No, it was actually a great game. But there's always a but, especially with our Colorado Buffaloes. I fuck with the team. I fuck with Dion. You know what I'm saying?
That's your squad. Yeah, I'm a Texas A&M Aggie fan for those out there who don't know.
Oh, for
Marcel Reed, Aggies up. We up this year.
Hell yeah.
We coming for that CFP spot.
Hell yeah. And trust me, you'll find out more about him especially because I'm glad Amari mentioned that because now we got some more. Maybe not tonight, but especially with college football this weekend, nigga, we might have to talk some. We definitely talk about some college football tomorrow. I'm gonna tell you that.
Oh yeah. There's plenty of that. There's plenty of that. I got some shit for y'all. I actually got some shit for y'all tomorrow. So don't stress. Don't stress. I got some shit
Hell
for y'all
yeah.
tomorrow.
Hell yeah. No, this weekend about to be active, chat. This weekend about to be active. You already know.
Yep.
But yeah, chat. The Colorado Buffaloes, man.
Excuse
They
me.
ended up falling to the to Georgia Tech. Excuse me. Almost lost myself right
Not
there.
a
But
bad
yeah,
team to lose to either.
no, literally not a bad team. Not a bad team. It's an SEC team for those who don't know. So the SEC, obviously, actually no, excuse me, ACC team. You're
Uh,
going up against when you're in the ACC. You got the North Carolinas, you got the Clemsons, you got BC, you got teams like that, but especially the top dog right now in the ACC for the most part
right.
is Clemson. You know what I'm saying? So
Right.
that's Georgia Tech's competition every fucking year, right?
Mm-hmm.
So this is a team right here that lost a lot of guys last year to the portal, but they still kept their starting quarterback and their
Yeah.
starting running back. And I'm gonna tell you, those two were dogs out there.
Yeah.
Dogs
Yep.
out there. The Georgia Tech Yellow Jackets ended up taking the dub 27-20 at Folsom Field in Colorado. And like I said, because I mentioned both of them, Haynes King and the running back. I know his last name is Hayes. I'm blanking on his first name, but it'll come to me. They dominated. The run game dominated. I tell you, Colorado actually they had 3 takeaways in the first half.
Yep.
And they couldn't capitalize on those takeaways. Could not capitalize on those takeaways. I tell you. Yeah, nah. Obviously,
Yeah.
Haynes King, he ran all over him. He had over 150 yards on the ground. Their running back, does it even? Oh, it doesn't even mention their running back. Let me just. I'm gonna go back up, chat. I just want to make sure. I just want to get the running back's name real quick. If I do find it, if I don't find it, fuck it, we'll continue. Yeah, I'm not finding it right here. Yeah, they'll probably say more towards the end. But yeah, overall, looking at the final stats, Georgia Tech only threw for 143 yards. Colorado did throw for 159. The rushing attack was the big story, obviously. Georgia ran for 320 yards. Colorado ran for 146, right? Colorado has a new starting quarterback. Obviously, Shedeur Sanders is now in the NFL. He is a Cleveland Brown for right now. Just, for right now, he's a Cleveland Brown. So that means their new starting quarterback, as of right now, is Caden Salter, the Liberty transfer, who actually has had a good college career so far, leading up to this point. But obviously, with him being in a new offense and him kind of getting the feel of this level of football, because now this is a different level. You're not playing in the Conference USA anymore.
Right.
You're playing against the top dogs now. There was a lot left to be desired by his performance.
Yeah.
Fair to say, Amari, right?
Yeah, I mean, I thought he got better throughout the game.
Right.
You know, by quarter in the first quarter, he was 4 for 7 with 12 yards and a touchdown.
Uh-huh.
So which wasn't, as you can tell, obviously it wasn't the greatest quarter. 3 incompletions, got 4 completions, but only for 12 yards, and he did throw a touchdown. But they relied heavily on that run game in the first, at least that first drive right there in the first quarter. And then the second quarter, he did have 2 completions for 36 yards, so he got better. Then he went 2 for 3 again for 37, so he got better. And then in the fourth quarter there, he went 9 for 15 and 74 yards, just couldn't get in the end zone. I think the biggest thing with him was like happy feet throughout a lot of the game. Wasn't really willing to sit in the pocket, and I felt like Shedeur Sanders. That's another problem that Shedeur Sanders struggles with is you don't see a lot of him stepping forward in the pocket to deliver throws.
Right.
You see a lot of him stepping side to side.
Right.
And then wanting to get outside. So I feel like maybe if Caden Salter can work on that, maybe throughout his game, throughout the next couple of games, he could probably improve. But yeah, there's just a lot of happy feet. There was a lot of things I didn't really like mechanically. I didn't really like. His footwork was just not that great. A lot of awkward steps, not really trying to I guess really getting to his first read, and then his first read's gone, and he just takes off. Like
Absolutely.
I don't think he even really tried to look to certain second or third reads at certain times, and wasn't really there for the check down either. So
Exactly. Yeah. No,
I
that's a
did watch
fact.
that game. I did watch
Mhm.
that game in full. So thankfully that we're
Oh,
doing
for sure,
this.
for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, that's a fact. That's a fact. No, overall, the game itself, overall, no, it was a great game. It was a
And
great
to
game.
be
It was a
honest,
great
I
watch.
watched it because I thought Julian Love was going to be the starter.
I low key thought he would. I'm not going to hold you. I'm
I was
glad you said that
shocked.
too. I was actually shocked that, especially after the first half, I low key thought Dion was going to be bold and put him in to start the second half.
Yeah.
That's what I kind of thought. But then I'm like, all right, I see Dion. It's only the first game. Let's see what Caden Salter can continue to do. Because at least I can honestly say I'll give Caden Salter some credibility. Actually, that he does that right now,
Yeah.
name wise for him and what he's done in his collegiate career. He does have some pedigree in his name. I will give him that. I do give him that. But you could really tell that, especially with the happy feet, like you mentioned.
Yep.
This ain't the Conference USA. You're not going against Sam Houston anymore. You're not going against Middle Tennessee State. You know what I'm saying? Now you're going against teams like Georgia Tech. You're going to go against Texas Tech. You're going to go against fucking BYU. Teams like that. These are teams where you're going to have guys that could very well get drafted into the NFL. This is top talent now. You know, it ain't necessarily the SEC. It ain't necessarily the ACC, the Big 10. It's still the Big 12. It's still the Big 12. The Big 12 still got is always going to have some pedigree in its name. No bullshit. Until the day until the day it how do you go? What's the word I want to say? It goes away. The Big 12 is always going to be there. So you're always going to have guys that are top dogs in there. I'm telling you. And he just has to get used to that. And it's only one game. It's not like it's the end of the world for one game, but it does come to question, especially with Dion and how he thinks. It's like, all right, cool. We play Delaware next. We play Delaware this tomorrow. Well, actually today. They play Delaware today. That's a team that is now new to the FBS. And obviously, that's the team that you should run away with. That's a team that you should score 50-60 on easily, right? Julian, excuse me. Damn, I'm blanking on his name, bro. Jesus. Julian Love. Should freaking, excuse me. There you go. He should get a lot of run. And it might really show also, Dion. It's like, all right, this kid, and he has more of an arm. He does have a cannon. I fuck with his arm. That should show Dion, like, you know what? Maybe if I see Caden struggle a little more, I might have to really give this kid a shot.
Right.
And quite frankly, to give him a shot as a freshman,
excuse me, yep,
and especially what he can bring, and with his arm talent, and he does bring a lot of accuracy too. I think Dion could, if it all goes well, I think Dion cooked up with this 5-star. I'll tell you that. If it all goes well. Absolutely. You know what I'm saying? Because Dion, I will say, Dion knows how to get guys in. He does know how to get guys in to his program. And they do have, and they're still a talented team. It's not the end of the world. I will say, though, if for Caden Salter, especially this next game, you're going up against Delaware, right? Make sure to give your wide receivers a chance. Amarion Miller is not no slouch. Braylon Miller is not no slouch. Joseph, I'm blanking on his name. I'm blanking on his last name because I can't think of it. But they have another receiver who has some length. He has some length, and he got a little bit of this to him. You got guys who got talent and can go get the ball. Give them the fucking ball, please. There's 11 guys on the field. It's not just one. You got to give these guys the opportunity. He gave his running backs the opportunity. His running backs, for the most part, did all right, especially the receiving running back. The receiving running back I was fucking with. I was messing with him throughout the game. But you know what I really wasn't messing with? And I've noticed this the last couple years, Amari? The fucking defense. Yeah. What, like, when are they going to get it together, bro, with their defense?
Yeah, man, I don't know, dude. I don't know. I just think that there's just not a lot of talent in the secondary.
Yeah.
I don't think that they really. I think their front. I don't know what it is, honestly, man. There's just no pass rush. There's really no one that can cover. It's just
Mm-hmm.
all around bad. I don't know what they have
Yeah.
to do to get more recruits, but it seems like they're all in on the offensive side, and that's
Mm-hmm.
odd. Odd considering that Dion's a very defensive minded coach. So
Exactly. Exactly. And it just doesn't make sense. It
nope.
don't make no sense. It really don't. And I tell you, like, compare, and I will say this, comparing from how it looked the first year, because the first year was, oh man, even with Travis Hunter and Silman Craig
Uh-huh.
back there, even with them back there, it was a tough watch. And that was the first year. Obviously,
Absolutely.
last year it got way better. It got way better. It got way better. But the defense, it's still, and I forgot to mention Shiloh. I apologize, Shiloh.
Mm-hmm.
Shiloh as well. Last year it got better, but it was still the same type of bullshit where you just had, especially not covering running backs. You got guys, especially when Travis ain't covering them, McKinney ain't covering them. If
Right.
Silman Craig's not in the play, you got guys scoring, receivers, running backs out the backfield that shouldn't be scoring, tight ends even too. A lot
Yep.
of yardage given up. But then it's like, okay, we're winning these games because of our offense. All right. You kind of like, what's the word? You kind of like, you see the problem, but
Mm-hmm.
there's a savior on your saviors, I should say, on offense that are going to give you points.
Right.
Now, how is that going to translate to this year? Who the fuck is going to step up? Because the defense
Exactly.
is going to give you how it is the last couple years. Are we looking at year one all over again, bro?
Definitely.
Yeah, like,
Yep. Definitely.
I'm telling you, it's tough. I like, and honestly, like Amari said, like, Deion Sanders is a Hall of Fame cornerback, a first ballot Hall of Fame cornerback, one of the greatest cornerbacks, if not the greatest cornerback of all time. And you mean to tell me in 3 years, and even though this year 3 just started, you mean to tell me you still can't figure it out
Right.
on defense? Warren Saps is one of your D-line coaches. You got Demonica Pecco. Yeah, he wasn't, this otherworldly player, but he spent a long time in the NFL, and he just got there, I understand. You got guys like that with influence. Rob Livingstone, the defensive coordinator, and he became their defensive coordinator last year. It took a step. It took a step forward. It was better than the year, but it was better than 2023. But it still ain't enough, bro. It's still not enough to really
Nope.
compete in the Big 12 and try to get a college football playoff spot. It's not
Yeah.
enough. It's not enough. It's not enough. But,
Absolutely.
at least I will say, Amari, at least it's only at least for them, it was only week 1. You got a lot of time to figure it out. It's not the end
Yeah.
of the world, but you got to figure it out now, because if you ain't figuring it out now, nigga, you might as well end up having another year where there's really not much success.
Absolutely. Exactly.
So we'll see what happens with the Buffaloes again. They do take on Delaware tomorrow. I will say one final thing: the running back Jamal Haynes. That's what that's his name. I bugged. I do got him on the stream now, but I will say I like his game a lot. I do, and I fuck with Hayes too. But Georgia Tech they should, like they did last year, they should surprise a lot of people this year.
Yeah.
Georgia Tech is not no slouch of a team. They are mostly a running team. They do pass the ball a little bit. Don't get me wrong. Haynes King does have an arm, but they're mainly focused on running the ball. They're gonna surprise a lot of teams. They should make another bowl game this year, and who knows? I can see them upsetting somebody. They took Georgia. They took Georgia down to the wire last year. So let's see what happens with them. All right, chat. So Colorado was our first victim of the night. But you know who's our second victim? I tell you, Mr. Oh, I shared the wrong shit like a dum-dum. Sorry, chat. Hold on, chat. My fault, chat. My fault. Let me get the fuck out of here with that. Yes, chat. See, even me, even I have doozies on here, bro. No bullshit. Even I be bullshitting. All right, chat. Let me just give me one quick second, because this shit is low-key lagging. All right, here we go. Word. Okay. Bingo. So our second victim finally is, thank you, the North Carolina Tar Heels, chat. The North Carolina Tar Heels got their asses. They really got BTA'd. They got BTA'd. And I'm not talking about, sorry, Amari. I'm not talking about how the Super Bowl turned out. And I respect, I respect Amari because I know it's a Super Bowl and that's grown man. That college football is grown man football, but the NFL is grown man football. It's a difference.
Right.
This is a bunch of kids put Bill Belichick with a belt to ass. A bunch of college kids gave Bill Belichick a belt to ass. No cap. But you know what? You know who took the show away? Because everybody loves talking about this bitch. Excuse my French, but I gotta call it like it is. Mrs. Jordan Hudson. And I can't believe we got to claim her from being from Massachusetts. I'll tell you that, because this bitch is a bitch. No bullshit. I don't like her. She looks off. No bullshit. She don't look that crazy. She don't look that great. But Bill Belichick loves her. And when the greatest coach to all time loves her, loves a person, I should say, they will be in the fucking media.
Right.
So I present to you the 24-year-old girlfriend of the 73-year-old Bill Belichick, Jordan Hudson, who the media took some pictures of her. It shows right here for the first picture that she really wasn't as interested in the game as she was on the phone. Might be talking to her side nigga. Who knows? We don't know. But I tell you, I'm 25 years old. Amari's 25 years old. We're almost 26 years old. Right? What the fuck is this nigga doing? I'm sorry. What is he doing, bro? What is he doing? I know he got all this money. He got all these Super Bowls. But you mean to tell me, Bill, you mean to tell me you couldn't have stayed with the old shorty that you had before because she looked smooth, or you couldn't have got a new one who was at least in her 40s or 50s, maybe even 30s, but if you wanted to. But you had to settle for some 20-year-old piece.
Right.
Come on, Kaj. You're better than that, bro. You're better than that, bro. I know Amari thinks so, bro. I think so, I tell you, we've known about this nigga our whole lives. And this nigga's pulling shit out like this. And come on, bro. He got to chill. But I can't fault him. That's his life, But she was there for the BTA. I will say on this before I give it to Amari real quick. The only thing that kind of pissed me off, and I don't think they have the video itself. No, they don't have it right here. There was an instance in the game, right? And I'll go back to the picture to kind of show the scene. So it was during this phone call right here, right? Around that time, Randy Moss is right there. I don't know what happened, but Randy Moss is behind her and talking about something. She turned around to Randy Moss and said something to him, and Randy Moss's attitude in that moment just changed. No bullshit. So I knew she said some shit to him. I wonder what she said, but I could tell Randy Moss wasn't fucking with it. No bullshit.
Right.
And if Randy ain't fucking with it, nigga, we ain't fucking with you. No bullshit.
Right.
I'm telling you, bro. But regardless, as much as I want to get focused to this woman, there was a game that we have to focus to. North Carolina, regardless. Let me see if I have the score right here, because I ain't gonna hold you. It was so forgettable. All I know is North Carolina had 14 points from memory. I know TCU had what, over 50? I want to say. Amari? Over 50.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, so that we basically 50 something to 14. All right, Mr. Scott. Is Bill Belichick going to even last in college football? Was this his right calling for him to really kind of come back to this?
I don't know why everybody thought like UNC was gonna win this game.
Yeah, I know, right? Yeah.
Like they're going up against TCU. Like to anyone to think that like a coach was just gonna change the outcome that much, like no matter what, this was gonna be a belt to ass. Like,
oh, for sure.
I don't know if people don't really watch college football, but I certainly do. I know you certainly do. And there was no fucking way you could convince me that anybody thought TCU wasn't gonna whoop their ass.
Oh,
I
that's
knew
a fact.
from the jump. There was people telling me, "Oh yeah, UNC this, UNC that." Yeah, no, like it's just I know it's whatever. It's game one. Hopefully you see steady improvement, but it looks like his team doesn't have much of an offense.
Right.
And TCU has never been a slouch of a program. They've always been a pretty good program.
Right. Right.
Shout out Max Duggan, aka Max Duggan.
Hell yeah.
Um,
Hell
Max,
yeah.
um, elite pull right there. But
Yeah, that's a fact. That's a fact.
fucking TCU. At the end of the day, bro, good squad. Not much he could do.
Right.
Defense wasn't going to score points because you can't. Defense doesn't. Their job's not to score points. And
Right.
yeah, they gave up 50, but they weren't going to hold TCU to 14 points
Exactly.
or 21 even, or maybe even 7.
Right.
So
Right.
I hope. I mean, I'm not going to sit here and say like I'm rooting against him, but I'm not necessarily probably either rooting for him either. Like
Mm-hmm.
he like banned scouts like from going to like his practices,
Yes.
and
Yes.
there's just like a multitude of other things that I don't know. The way he moves sometimes is just questionable. The way he
Mm-hmm.
moved after Brady left was questionable. Like,
Mm-hmm.
yeah, I don't know. Yeah, that situation's really weird, and I think his girlfriend is also she's very outspoken.
Mm-hmm.
Um, she seems harmless to me personally, but
Right.
you know, I don't really see how that relationship works.
No.
But for whatever reason, it does. And shout out Bill. You know what I'm saying? Real nigga player up in this bill. You know what I mean?
He's keeping it
So
P. He kept it P. I'll tell you that. I'll tell you
keeping it
that.
P, pushing P. You know what I'm saying? So
Yeah. Yeah. And
but shout out Bill for Jordan Hudson, and I guess who can care about a 40-point blowout or a 30-point blowout when you going home to Jordan Hudson? I guess I don't know when
no, that's a fact,
at
right?
least when you're 73. You
Exactly.
know,
Exactly.
so
Exactly. No,
do your thing, Bill. Shout out Bill. Do your thing, brother.
nah, that's a fact. That's a facty. That's a fact. Like for the most part, nigga, I've
Get that real estate portfolio up. You know what I'm
exactly,
saying?
exactly, exactly. Because at the end
I
of the
don't
day,
think he gives a fuck about football, dude. I think he just does it for the fuck of it because he's good at it.
oh
Like
for
he's
sure,
good at. Like I really don't think he cares, dude. He made
right,
so much money in New England, and
right,
not to mention he makes so much money from real estate. Man, he's chilling, bro.
exactly,
He's old, bro. I
exactly,
don't think he really cares.
exactly. Now that's a fact. And honestly, how this looks right now, it looks like Bill Belichick's going to coach for a couple years. So coach this year, he most likely, and I'm assuming, I'm pretty sure he'll coach next year, and then his son's going to take over, right? So you got 2 years left. He's 73 right now. I believe, yeah, 73. He'll be 75 years old in 2 years, right? He'll go off
Yeah,
in the sunset. I'm pretty sure Jordan Hudson will still be in the picture. His son will take over. At least for his son, I will say this: at least his son's in a better situation where he has so much experience of being an NFL coach
yeah,
on the defense. He spent a year at Washington, already a defensive coordinator. He has some of his guys from Washington last year. When he gets into that role, at least he'll have a better idea because of his father of being in that situation, already being around kids, and he's somewhat closer, obviously, to these kids' age.
right.
So at least he'll have a better shot of really being able to try to build something.
Connecting with them.
Exactly, connecting with them. Now, can Bill connect with these kids? Of course. Nigga, he's a grown man. He has the football knowledge. It's not night and day for these kids. These
Right.
kids watch them. Most of these
Well,
kids
here's
have
another
watched.
thing too, bro.
Yeah,
They're older now, though.
yeah, that's facts.
That's another thing. Some of them
Yeah,
are older now.
yeah,
So it's not a lot of them are playing a lot of snaps at 18, 19 years old.
yeah, yeah.
That's another thing to think about too now, due to NIL.
Yes, yes. And I'm glad he pointed that out. You got kids that, especially like you probably like there you could have, and I'm not because I know there's definitely a good amount of 21, 22, 23-year-olds. You might have some 24-year-olds, maybe even a 25-year-old. Like
Yeah,
you have kids that have possibly been in college for over 5 years, maybe even 6 years. that are still trying to get a shot to at least go to the next level. So you have some experience right there. And mind you, you're still going to get that experience within the next couple years because of the transfer portal. Because all these kids if Bill Belichick in North Carolina has some success, and when I say some success, at least maybe a 4-8 year or maybe a 5-7 year, and they see how this program is being run, or at least they can see, and it's like, okay, there's some hope in this program where I know if I come here, I can at least help this program out, but also get these eyes on me. Besides the New England Patriots, but get other NFL teams' eyes on me.
Right.
I'm playing for a Hall of Fame head coach. They're going to watch us. Boom. I have a ticket to at least make it to try to get to the NFL or even the UFL because there's more leagues now.
Right. Yeah. At
least there's more of a shot for these kids now with a name like Bill Belichick on there, as long as he stays. And and obviously looking at Bill Belichick too, and like we've talked about before, even in the past, this guy truthfully, he's a teacher. All he wants to do is really teach. You know what I'm saying? Win or lose in this situation. Obviously, it was BTA, but a lot of these kids kind of won in a sense at North Carolina.
Oh, he's going to work them at practice. He's going to work them at practice.
And that's where I was just about to get at. That's a fact. I'm glad you said that. Because now you got the benefit of getting your ass kicked. Now your practices are going to get a little bit harder after that.
Coach is going to work OT.
Oh, hell yeah. Hell yeah. Now
NFL
you're really
mentality.
Yes, you're going to see the NFL side of Bill Belichick now. Now you're really going to see the NFL side.
I think he probably he's like, I don't think he thought shit was sweet, but I think he probably thought like, okay, like, yeah, I could probably lighten up a little bit. Yeah, he might get back in that mode. Cause
that's a fact. That's a fact.
Taking an ass whooping like that, like I haven't seen him take an ass whooping like that since like Mac Jones' playoff game.
Yeah.
That was bad.
That was bad. I tell you, that man, my nigga Amari made me think of some shit just now. Even looking back on that day, that was bad. That was bad.
47-10.
Yeah, exactly. And they didn't even, and the Bills didn't even punt. That's what's worse.
Not once.
There was no 3-and-outs, no drives that were stopped. They scored every drive the Bills had. They scored in that game. Every single drive was scored. I'm telling you,
the worst defensive game in Belichick era.
Exactly. That was a true embarrassment. That was one of the beginning of the ends right there. That was the forthcoming. I tell you,
no doubt.
But I tell you now, North Carolina does have Charlotte later today. That'll be a matchup. Obviously, you still got to keep an eye on.
Yeah.
But hopefully, it's a matchup that you do get a dub.
Yeah.
And you can score some points and really kind of get a feel for your offense. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
They should at least, especially the talent level from North Carolina to, okay, I'm going to start out. This is the talent level, right? This is North Carolina. Charlotte's right about, I'm going to give them right here because they're an American Conference team.
Right.
Right here. Maybe even right here. But the talent level compared for North Carolina is way higher. Way higher. So they should be able to do something.
Right.
But we'll continue. We're going to, like we done with Colorado, we're going to continue to monitor Colorado. We will continue to monitor North Carolina. The next team I will mention, we're going to monitor them as well because I'm not going to hold you to get into this next team. This was more of a disappointment. And I know once Amari kind of he's going to figure it out quickly because all I got to say is this. An old BC football player talking the most shit that he could, and he pulled out a W against the Tide. That's a fucking embarrassment. That is an embarrassment. And that quarterback, I have it right here, but my shit is bugging, chat. I am sorry. We'll get it right here, in which I do have it now. I don't have it. I'm dumb. Sorry. I'm sorry. I keep on fucking this shit up. Apologize, chat. It's late at night. I apologize.
Yeah.
You too.
No, you're good. You're good.
I'm good. Yeah, I appreciate you, bro. I appreciate you. Now I got it now. Word. Appreciate that. Mr. Tommy Castellanos.
Mm-hmm.
Mr. Tommy Castellanos. And that's not even Tommy Castellanos, AJ McCarron. But
Yeah.
it's a little
Crazy
bit of an
work.
article. It's a little bit of an article. But AJ McCarron did have some thoughts on this. Before I get into AJ McCarron's thoughts, this game right here, this obviously Alabama for the most part was in the game until late.
Mm-hmm.
But Alabama kind of got a taste of humble pie
Mm-hmm.
at Florida State. I tell you, Tommy Castellanos dictated that whole game. Tommy Castellanos, if you don't know him, he started at UCF, he transferred to BC, made a little bit of a name for himself at BC, but quit on his team last year due to kind of, an infraction with Bill O'Brien. He wasn't truly getting it done. He wasn't necessarily playing bad, but he didn't fit the offense that BC was running. He's now at Florida State. Before the season, he talked a lot of shit talking about that. Oh, basically, in layman's terms, we can beat Bama. These guys don't mean shit, yada, yada, yada. And honestly, nigga, he had balls because he went out there and did his thing. No cap. No did he, but he actually.
No, did he?
Yeah, no, facts. Like, he didn't have to throw the ball a lot, but he used his legs a whole lot, and he got the dub, and he did some shit out there. No bullshit. Yeah. Florida State with the upset over number 8 Alabama. I haven't seen an Alabama team look like that in my lifetime. No bullshit.
Yeah, I do not think Alabama makes the CFP.
I don't think so either. I think
that's a tough loss.
Yeah. Excuse me. I think that low key their season might be over now.
I mean, couldn't afford to lose a game like that.
You can't afford to lose a game like
There's
that.
too many games trying to get in.
Yeah.
Too many teams trying to get in.
Yes, exactly. And when you're and mind you, you're the 8th in Alabama, you're the 8th ranked team.
Yeah.
You lost to a team that last year went 2-10.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
That and the CFP, the fucking everybody who's into the CFP and votes, all like the commissioners and whatnot who has votes, nigga, they don't give a fuck.
Right.
They see shit like that. You're not getting you could very well not get in unless you somehow pull it out. Pause. That you can fucking that you can beat up on Georgia. Fucking. I don't think they play Texas this year, but if you could beat up, but the Georgias, the Tennessees, the Kentucky, so on and so forth in the SEC. If you can manage to win some games like that, you might have a shot. But your season is very well over.
Right.
No cap. And it was only week 1, bro.
Yep.
It was only fucking week 1, bro. That's the crazy part. Amari, in your perspective, what the fuck happened to the Tide, bro? What happened?
No more Nick Saban to save that ass.
No more Nick. No, exactly.
No more Nick Saban to save that ass.
No more, bro. And what's
in
even
Florida
worse,
State, Tommy Castellano, underrated recruit, underrated college player.
Very underrated. That's a fact.
Very underrated college player, and it's no shock that Florida State won this game, kind of. I mean, not no shock. Maybe there's a tiny bit.
Right.
I think maybe people thought maybe Florida State was probably going to make a game of it, but it also was at home, too. So, he said, I don't know. He said this before the game, like a week before, whatever it was, or the week of. He was like, I don't know. They don't scare me. Nothing about them scares me. There's no more Nick Saban to save them. And it turned out to be true.
Absolutely. That's sad. That's a sad part. Like, obviously, Saban tuned into that game. He did. And like it's tough because in our lifetime, truthfully, even when Nick Saban wasn't there, Alabama, and even just Alabama as a whole, has always been a team that dominated. And now seeing Kalen DeBoer come in there, they're not. He's not necessarily doing a bad job because for the most part they finished 8-4 last year. But now you're seeing life without Saban, and you're kind of really seeing the difference of the Saban teams and the Kalen DeBoer teams. Because the Saban teams, it's basically night and day because the Saban teams were way more tough. Those were
Right.
tough teams. Those are the guys that, and especially before NIL came to
No
play.
doubt.
This is if you played for Nick Saban, you were an NFL player for the most part.
Oh yeah, yep. NFL
But
prospect.
but you were a guy that was athletically gifted. You
Mm-hmm.
were a guy that was up there in 5-star recruit, high 4-star recruits and whatnot.
Smart.
You know what I'm saying? You're still getting that now with Kalen DeBoer.
Right.
And glad you said that too. Smart as well. Guys that had it up here. That's what you had at Alabama. Right now, because of Kalen DeBoer, you still got some of a couple of some of the Saban guys that were there before, like the young guys that were there, and now 2 years later that are still there. But you got a lot of transfers in now
Yep.
from the Washingtons, from other parts, and you could tell that okay, no, they're still quality players, but a lot of these guys aren't Nick Saban type of players. You're
Yep.
not seeing that edge. You're not seeing that You're not seeing like the freaks out there, like the Derrick Henrys, the Dante Hightowers, the Julio Jones. Like you're not seeing that right now. Granted, because again, it's Kalen DeBoer. It's literally a different. What's the word I want to say? It's a different type of energy, type of style now with this team. But even so, last year you didn't really see dominating football from Alabama for the most part. There was some games that they had to pull it out at the end of games to really win these games instead of dominating from the start of the game like a Saban team would.
Yep.
And this kind of just goes to show you, Amari, and even everybody else that's watching. And I will say I appreciate everybody that has tuned in so far. This is really a new era of Alabama football. This is an era now that, okay, how are we going to continue this tradition without Nick Saban, a guy for damn near 20 years, put Alabama at the front of everybody else? How are we
I
going to
mean,
capitalize in doing something different? You know what I'm saying? Because, go ahead, Amari, my fault.
it's just the recruiting now that the playing field is even, like, the first choice really isn't Alabama anymore. Like, I mean, yeah, they got Ryan Williams, but like Ty Simpson,
Mhm.
like he looked pretty overwhelmed that first game against
Yes.
Florida State.
Yeah.
He looked really overwhelmed, and like they might have to put in. I think his name is Keelan Russell.
Oh, yes.
Yeah, that is probably somebody that I would probably look towards to putting next to see is someone who could probably make plays with their legs and create with their legs because Ty Simpson just looked very scared
Yeah.
and he looked very overwhelmed.
Yeah.
And I think he was very. I don't think he was necessarily frightened by everything that he saw. I think the pace of the game is what really got to him and how
Mhm.
fast he had to get to his reads. So
No, that's a fact. That's a fact. And even so, like you kind of also look at it like, especially looking at last year too. You had Jalen Milroe, you had Tyler Simpson on the roster. You did also have Dylan Lonergan, who actually is now at BC. So
right,
that's Tommy Castellanos' replacement. And I will say, I'm not going to focus on BC today. I'll probably get to them tomorrow, talk about their game tomorrow. But I will say Dylan Lonergan for BC had a great game. Even though they played Fordham, he showed out. He definitely has an arm and whatnot, you know. But that was a guy in Alabama's system, right? You also last year they had another kid too, as well. I forget his name, but I know he transferred too, right?
yeah,
Now you're stuck with for now. You're stuck with um you're stuck with Simpson.
hmm
Like Amari said, you do have Russell as your backup. Do you think Russell, especially after what Simpson kind of showed in this first game, do you think Russell is going to see the field quicker, depending on how Simpson does in the next few games? Because quite frankly, if I'm Kalen DeBoer, I kind of have Simpson on thin ice, low key. After that,
Well, Russell is a freshman, so I don't know if he's really going to get time. That's who I would probably try and put in there.
right.
But they might go with Austin Mack,
Oh,
or
I
maybe
did.
even
Yeah, yes.
or
Also,
John Cooper. just because they're both sophomores and with a little bit of experience. So, and two of the guys that played a little bit earlier on in the spring camp and stuff like that. So,
Right,
I
right, right.
don't. They probably might, but going forward, it really depends on how he plays next game.
Mhm.
And I'm trying to look at the schedule. Hold on one sec.
Oh, no, you
They're
good, you good, you
playing
good.
LA Monroe next game, so a team that necessarily is not necessarily a team that's overwhelming, a team that they should really beat up on, a team like 50-14 type of score, like how TCU beat up on UNC. Like Ty Simpson should come out to this game and really show that he belongs to starter here, and he's a junior.
Mhm.
So like I feel like some of the mistakes that he was making against the Florida State defense, like that shouldn't be a thing as a junior, especially when you're the biggest upperclassman on that quarterback class, playing
Absolutely.
in front, competing for that job, even if there is competition for that job.
Mhm.
So I think going up against LA Monroe, he's really got to show. You got to come out and dominate, bro. Move the ball up the field. You don't always got to throw it down the field. Like take what the defense gives you. If
Exactly.
they're gonna give you a check down, just take the check down. Like
Mhm.
if they're gonna give you a couple one-on-one battles down the field, like trust your guys. It's an elite group of guys. You got to trust your guys. So I think Ty Simpson, he should be all right in this game, but he should really use this game as a momentum swing to really get completions, get confidence, and moving the ball and throwing between the numbers and really, really striking the ball down in the middle of the field to try and open up some of these plays through the run too as well with play action. So
Mhm.
I hope that they can do that, but it's tough to say
Yeah, no, that's a fact. Because
after that
also,
last game.
no, exactly. Because even so, like you're thinking about hypotheticals and whatnot,
Hmm.
but a lot of it's also the unknown. Because with sports in general, you could have like even if you have a bad game, there's always hope. There's always that hope. There's always that. What's the word I want to say? There's always that. I basically hope. There's always that hope that okay, well, yeah, he had a tough game his first game. All right, let's bounce back for the second game. And most of the time, especially when you play a team like the LA Monroes, right? When you play the lower schools after a big game like that,
Yeah.
at least you'll start to kind of get comfortable with yourself. Playing a lower matchup, playing a team that's not really they're not on your level. So you should be able to find your receivers like the Ryan Williams. You should be able to use your running game. You should be able to kind of get more comfortable with your team in that sense, right?
Yeah, because they don't have easy games after LA Monroe. It's Wisconsin and
Exactly.
then and then Georgia, which
Okay. There you go. See, so all right, so that's right. I
playing the
forgot
fourth
Georgia
ranked
came from
team in the
the last
country.
year. Yeah. So
They really gotta. Wisconsin will be a tougher team than LA Monroe. So, like I said, he really needs to use that LA Monroe game to build confidence to go into that Wisconsin game. It's a home
mhm.
game, as I believe here. It's a home game, and then you play Georgia on the road.
Okay. Yeah.
So
Right. Yep.
if you lose to Georgia on the road, but you beat LA Monroe and you beat Wisconsin, like I guess maybe, like I don't know, they probably could live with that, but the CFP chance would be slim to none.
For
And
sure.
then you have Vanderbilt at home, and then you got to play Missouri on the road, and then Tennessee at home, another great team. Then South Carolina, then LSU, then Oklahoma,
Mhm.
all in a row in October
Mhm.
through November.
Mhm.
So it's tough. Losing that first game is tough. They shouldn't have
Yeah.
lost it, and it's tough because they're gonna need some sort of confidence going into that stretch of games, and
Absolutely.
hopefully they can win out to all the way through those games from LA Monroe to Missouri, and then going into those four games against Tennessee, South Carolina, LSU, and Oklahoma.
Mhm.
Hopefully, they can win. They can win a couple of those
Mhm.
to start off and see where they can go against LSU, which is another tough team.
That's
I
a
got
fact.
Garrett Nussmeier, Heisman. I think I got Garrett Nussmeier for the Heisman, bro. I think
There
he'll
you
do
go.
it.
Now, yeah,
And I do think LSU will win the national championship.
I respect that. I respect that because honestly, I and I'm gonna really say this because I've watched Garrett Nussheimer for the last few years,
Yeah,
and kind of really watching him, I've seen him get better every single year. I've
yeah,
seen him get better every single year. This is a guy, and I will agree with Amari on this. This is a guy should who should be the number one pick in this draft.
Yeah.
This is a guy who finally has the opportunity to really show what he's capable of doing. And he's already showed a lot of shit for the most
Yep.
part. He already has showed himself to be a top 5 draft pick
Right.
in this draft class. I want to see him actually take the next level. I want to see him take that next step. It's like he's taking baby steps. Nigga, I want to see that foot go up and over these niggas. No bullshit. Because
Right.
he's talented. That nigga can I'm sorry, chat, and I'm really speaking candidly right here. That nigga can sling it. No
Yep.
bullshit. He can actually
Absolutely.
throw the ball for real. He's tough. He's tough. And he got a team. It's not like it's a good quarterback on a so-so team. No, this nigga got athletes on his team.
Mm-hmm.
He got athletes on his team, and he has a great defense. No bullshit.
Absolutely.
The way how they played against Clemson, no cap. I know they're going to be in the college football playoff, but I will not be surprised if I see them hosting that trophy.
Yep.
The national championship.
Mm-hmm.
I really think they'll do it. I really think they'll do it too. This is their
Yeah.
year. The only thing that's going to stop LSU is themselves.
Yep.
For the most part,
Absolutely.
they should be able to take it. They really should be able to take it this year. No cap. No cap.
Yep.
Yeah, I tell you, no. And we'll get more into college football tomorrow with all the other teams, like all the other teams throughout, and how the days went and whatnot. The last thing I will say about this, and I want to ask Amari about this also, because I was going to talk about AJ McCarron's quote, but I also will move on for it because it's not that AJ McCarron ain't important, chat, but at the same time, yeah, all I know is AJ McCarron wasn't fucking with how Thomas Castellanos kind of put himself out there, but he got the job done, so you really can't say shit. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
One thing I want to ask about him before we move on, Amari. With him at Florida State right now, do you think that he could at least improve his draft stock enough with his talent that even if he's not drafted as a high round quarterback, do you think he has a solid shot to be an NFL quarterback at all?
Oh yeah, he just game manages win to an NFL type of defense. Yeah, I
There
think
you
it's
go.
the potential is definitely there. I think it's just we just saw it on display.
Mm-hmm.
Honestly,
Yeah.
I think that's really all I might have to probably say about that, just because we've already seen it on display, and it was against a very elite defense, and he was able to lead his team to a dub, and he was able to game manage and not really turn the ball over. So
Right. And would you also say this was even though obviously we do, but obviously maybe a lot of people out there really didn't know him as well. Would you say this was like probably? I would say probably, but honestly, was this really his coming out party to really show everybody? All right, I'm Thomas Castellanos. This is me.
oh yeah, absolutely, yeah. Beating Alabama is a statement win for sure.
Statement. That's a fact. That's a fact. Tom Castellanos, that nigga got some balls. I give him some credit. I talked a lot of shit about. I was talking some shit last week before I was sick, saying that this nigga's gonna get his ass kicked. He's gonna get rocked. Nah, he really did his thing. He really did his thing. Honestly, Thomas Castellanos, you shut me up. I clap for you because I
Yep,
did. Hey, you was a BC quarterback. I still have respect for you. I'm always gonna have respect for you. But
yep,
you showed me something. You showed me something last Saturday that bro. I see you for real. I do.
yep,
I do.
yep.
I give him his credit.
Absolutely.
Hell yeah. Alrighty, chat. But again, later on, because it's already Saturday, later on, me and Amari and others, there's gonna be a lot of college football we talking about later. I'll tell you that.
Yes. Yep.
It's gonna be a fun day. Real quick, now I saw this on I saw this on YouTube. I know Amari hasn't seen this, but I want to play this video for Amari, and I want and I'm going to say my piece after Amari gives kind of basically says what he says. I want my nigga Amari to watch this video. No bullshit. This nigga Amari, you're gonna laugh, bro. You're gonna laugh. No bullshit. You're gonna laugh at this shit. No cap. All right, chat. And for y'all laugh too.
Story time on how this Lakers player cheated on his girlfriend. So this happened back in January. I just got out of a breakup a few months prior, and I saw that there was a basketball game happening in Dallas. It was a Mavericks-Lakers game. So I Googled the Lakers roster, and I went ahead and followed this one dude that stuck out to me, and that was super cute. At the time, he didn't have any pictures of him and his girl on his page, so I assumed that he was single. Why did this man follow me back right away? And he messaged me like, hey, are you living in Dallas, or are you from there? Like, what's up? Where you stay? I was like, yeah, I live in Dallas. He was like, bet. He was like, I'm hopping on the plane right now. We're on the way to Dallas, but we play tomorrow night. But I got to see you tonight. I'm like, okay, bet. He also said that he was going to throw me some tickets to go to the game. I told him I'd probably just go alone, so he just sent me one. Later that night comes, he ordered me a black truck, and I went to the hotel that the Lakers were staying at. I was so scared to pull up to the hotel because one thing about players, if they're staying in a hotel while on an away game, there's going to be security downstairs. Like, not everybody can just walk in the hotel. Why did I go in the hotel and I had to tell the lady his name, what room number he was in? I had to give her my ID. I had to give her my full name. I had to sign. Like, I was like, oh my goodness, like this is a big footprint. I didn't think it was, though. I just thought it was normal, like,
This is wild.
regulations.
This is
My
crazy.
first time meeting him,
Just
so
wait,
whenever I got
just wait.
upstairs, I was super nervous,
Just
but
wait.
everything was pretty cool. At first we were listening to music, we were talking, getting to know each other. He was opening up, telling me stuff about his family. I know he was just making small talk. Also, I forgot to say, but he asked me if I wanted to spend the night with him. And I was just out of a breakup, so I was like, hell yeah. I think I was literally texting my ex on the way there, talking about I'm going out to the Lakers game tomorrow. He was over here like, who is? I'm like, oh, friend, whole time it's the player. Anyways, we're not going to talk about that. After small talk, he changed the music, and I was like, okay, like, I got to bust it open now. Sorry, TMI.
Hey, what?
He was super respectful,
Right.
but one thing I'll say was I really couldn't take it, literally and physically. I'm not the type of girl just to be doing anything with anybody, you feel me? Last time I did something with something with my ex, so it really wasn't that enjoyable.
Yo, this
What?
is wild. This is just y'all
What is
shouldn't be
he
trusting
saying?
anybody at this point.
Nah, because
I'm
even
not
this
even in a
nigga,
position to where I gotta
Amari,
worry
I was
about
like,
it at
yeah,
all,
he's
ever
right
in
too.
life, and so I'm blessed in that way. But y'all shouldn't trust anybody. Listen to what she said. She said that she was talking to her ex while she was on her way to get basically black trucked over to the players' hotel. Didn't take her out, didn't have to do none of that. She Googled. And here's the worst part about it. These women are now, well, they ain't now, ain't no now. They've been like this. This is just now getting exposed. They willing to talk about and expose. She's basically telling on the player, you can do process of elimination to figure out the player. And then they're not even ashamed about busting it open for a real one openly on the platform and telling you that they doing it. Diabolical.
That is crazy, bro.
Diabolical.
That is crazy, bro.
Like, I'm like real shit, right? Amari, let me ask you this, right? For these niggas, right? Is it like it's really that easy, bro? If you're like, it's really that easy, bro. It's that easy.
Not maybe, like, I guess social media makes it easier for everybody, but like not necessarily as a whole. But yeah, like I guess you could say in like the overall general idea of like what you're saying. Yeah, absolutely. 1,000%.
I tell you, because no bullshit. Let me find out. Let me find out. Oh, blah, blah, blah. Oh, I was hanging with an NBA player. I already knew the bitch got crushed.
Nah, you just gotta take it on the chin, bro.
No bullshit.
Can't compete with NBA money, bro. At that point, you just got you lost, bro. You just got gym plans, chicken, rice, and broccoli every day. You feel me? 3 times a day.
Exactly.
Like, gym twice a day. Like, you know what I mean?
No bullshit.
At that point, you just got
You got to take it on the chin, bro. You got to take it on the chin.
NBA money, nope. That's it.
I'm telling you. No, that's that's a fact. Like,
that's it.
That's it. Like, and even so, like bro said in the video, but like that, it's diabolical out here, fellas. It really is.
Mm-hmm.
It really is. It's and it's not necessarily saying nothing about the NBA niggas or whatnot, even the NFL, MLB. You know what I'm saying? But when you're in like, how should I say it? Like when you're in like the higher class, especially being a professional athlete or whatnot.
Yeah.
When you're a professional athlete, you have that status. A lot of these women, hey, they're going. If
Yeah.
they see how you look and whatnot, if you stand out, obviously because of height, if you're nigga, and you play sport, nigga, you're gonna stand out. No cap. Like
Yeah.
that just shows you, like, bro, if you don't think your hoe going real shit, and if she is what's the word, encounters a ball player, and they take an interest in them to her, they're very well going, bro. 99% of the time, bro.
Mm-hmm.
It's diabolical. Yeah, I seen that shit, bro. I'm like, nigga, I gotta show this nigga this because I can't believe this shit. I can believe it, but
unreal.
And especially, bro, she said, I don't really do this, blah, blah. Yo, you did it.
Mm-hmm.
You did it. Talking about, I don't really do this. Come on. Stop lying, bro. Stop lying, bro. To the fellas out there, hey, let that be a lesson for you, bro.
Yep, absolutely.
No bullshit. Because I tell you that stuff. But I had to show bro that.
Absolutely.
That for the one time. It's Saturday night. I'm like, let me show my boy. Let me show my nigga Amari this video real quick. I will say though, this next one, this is quick. This is quick too. And I know Amari also kind of knows about the situation too, because I know obviously, nigga, we on Instagram. We see shit.
Mm-hmm.
We see this shit. Real quick, E. And we don't necessarily have to get to the video, but I wanted to ask you about this. This video is circulating, obviously, of Brittany Renner and PJ Washington. PJ Washington, obviously, if you don't know him, plays for the Dallas Mavericks. I do have some news on him after I talk about this because the nigga, hey, he's up. I'll tell you that. He's up. Nigga. So this video circulated, right? Did you see this video, by the way?
Yeah.
You did, right? Okay, so I won't play it. Now, in terms of the whole situation, right? Actually, before I ask the chat, let me get there before I get flagged because I already know how these niggas be.
Mm-hmm.
Was it right to record that situation?
Yeah. I mean, you can nowadays, I guess. Now that there's laws and stuff protecting you to be able to do that. Yeah, it's just a situation that probably shouldn't be on the internet.
Right.
I just want to know, like, who was in PJ Washington's ear and told him like any of this was like a good idea? Like, who was in his corner like telling him it was a good idea to like have a child with this woman? Like, I don't know. Like, it just gets to a point where sometimes you can't always blame chicks. Like, niggas gotta start looking in the mirror sometimes. Like, and he put himself in the situation. And I'm sure that if he could do it all over again, he probably wouldn't.
Right.
But that also comes with the territory of having that money and being an idiot and thinking you can do whatever you want because you got all this money.
Exactly.
And now you're stuck with this problem forever, most likely.
Right.
So, I think all around it's a bad situation, but I think also at the same time, like, he could have done better. And I think he probably knows that.
That's a fact. Now, I tell you, like, and obviously this ain't me talking shit about Brittany Renner. This ain't. But this is an individual who notably was with Lil Uzi. Has notably talked about being with Drake, with Colin Kaepernick. Even had an encounter with 6ix9ine. Out of all niggas, 6ix9ine. You know what I'm saying? You mean to tell me, Mr. Washington, you mean to tell me after all that before you, you still chose this for yourself, sir?
Yeah.
Granted, you got a shorty, whatever. It might be your wife, I don't know, but I know you got kids with the new shorty. If you saw the picture of the new shorty, it was at the front, but I ain't going back up.
Yeah.
But I believe he has a new life with her, which is cool.
Yeah.
But now you got to deal with Brittany Renner for the most part, the rest of your life. Because you had a kid with her, especially for the next 18 years, for sure. You got to deal with her.
Yeah.
She's always somehow, some way, is always going to be in your life now. Because she chose to have a kid with you. Her only kid. Now you got to bite the bullet for all the shit. She might ask for some money. She might ask for this and that for the kid, but it really, for the most part, will be for her. So now, in a sense, even though you don't want to, you got to cater to her. You know why? Because she's going to continue to take your ass to court because of the bullshit.
Right.
All that could have been avoided, son. All that could have been avoided. Lesson. This is like the last video I showed to the bros, and even this video. If you want to start a life with somebody, you got to know what you're getting yourself into, one, and you actually have to analyze who the fuck you're dealing with. Analyze. Don't jump into anything quickly. That's why you got a brain. You don't always have to think with the meat, because respectfully, you got a brain, bro. You got a brain. Amari will tell you the same thing. Amari, you know, he'll tell you the same. Literally, he'll tell you the same thing. Just be mindful, guys. Just be mindful. As men, I'm just gonna be mindful. And trust me, it's life, right? This is life, right? Everybody is gonna live their life differently. The one advice I will give to you: my mom and dad were together for almost 40 years, right? As a man, find a woman that's really down for you, that is going to be there when shit goes downhill. Because not a lot of women will stay. The women that actually love you for you will stay, right?
Yes, sir.
That's the one advice I will give you. No
yes,
bull.
indeed.
All this other shit, I ain't never been in no PJ Washington shit. I ain't never been in no shit that, you know, as toxic as that. But if you have eyes and you have a brain, you have ears, you listen, and you see certain shit that you see online, let that be a lesson for y'all to not jump into the bullshit. You got your whole life to live. If you find somebody that's smooth for you, great. If you know in your heart she's smooth for you, great. If she shows that she's smooth to you and actually gives a fuck and is down for you, great. But always, 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 always be mindful and analyze. That's why you got eyes. No bullshit. That's all I gotta say. That's all I gotta say on that. No bullshit.
Yes, sir.
But that's it. At least for the female shit. That's it for that chat. Last thing before, one of the last things before we get into the Red Sox tonight. One of the last things. We got two more things. This right here, and I know Mari already saw this too, but this nigga right here, Mr. Rafael Devers. This nigga is something else. I already know. I already know Amari's seen the video. I just got to show. I want him to see it again. And even Mr. Valdez himself as well, Framber Valdez of the Houston Astros, right? If this plays, word. Okay, cool. My fault, chat. I'm lagging a little bit, but it should be fine now. All right, word. Mr. Rafael Devers had an encounter with the Colorado Rockies this past week after a home run that was hit, right? Now, if they have the video, which they do, I'll play the video for y'all real quick.
They'll be above 500. They're 5 games out of the final wild card spot. Devers skies one to right, way up there, and gone. Another one for Rafi Devers. And Kyle Freeland, the benches are clearing. Devers is trying to round the bases. Freeland was unhappy, and now we got punches being thrown. Oh, my goodness. I mean, Devers still hasn't rounded the bases.
As you can see, Chad, a big commotion. That led to a big commotion, right? Now, I want to ask my nigga Amari. Amari, where was this for 7 years on the Sox? I ain't never seen this nigga like this.
I don't know, man. Lost cause.
It's
He
a
does
lost
what he
cause,
wants.
right?
He does what he wants.
He does what he wants now. Yeah, he's more free now. I don't know that Rafael Devers. No bullshit. I know the nigga that hit the home run. I don't know the nigga who touched first base and looked at the pitcher and started saying, fuck you, fuck you. Yeah, I never seen that before, cuz. I never seen that before. No bullshit.
Yeah.
Yeah, obviously, chat, We don't know that nigga no more. No bullshit.
Yeah.
That's a new nigga. That's a new nigga now. He's in a new environment. Obviously, good for his teammates to stick up to him. Stick up to him, I should say. But yeah, that was one of the moments this week. No bullshit. Yeah. Like I said, I've never seen Rafael Devers like this. Obviously, again, we've seen him hit the home runs. We've seen that. Plenty of years. No bullshit. He's on a heater right now. He's actually on a little bit of a hot streak, which I'm happy for him. Don't get me wrong. I'm happy for him. But again, chat, like me and Amari have been talking about for the last few months, obviously, if for him, it was best for him to get out of Boston. It wasn't working out. He's in San Francisco now. And now San Francisco has started winning games. They're back. They now have a winning record. They're actually back somewhat into it. He did hit a home run tonight too. Or I would say now last night. So he's hit what I believe 12 home runs in the last month, getting back to August. It's now September. So he's on a little bit of a hot streak. He has close to 100 RBIs. He's doing what Rafael Devers should be doing. It was best that the Red Sox moved on, but even like Amari said, this is a lost cause. This is now, chat. You're probably going to see like after this moment, you're going to see a new Rafael Devers now, for real, in terms of attitude. He's a guy that's going to be, he's probably going to be a little more outspoken in some way, shape, or form. A guy that really shows a little more emotion, maybe some negative emotions. But yeah, that's it right there. A bunch of guys did get ejected. Rafael Devers did actually play third base for the first time this year in this game, because of all this fracas. So, there you go right there for that. The other thing I don't think they have the video for this, E. It was the Framber Valdez pitch. They do have the video. If they do, which they do. Okay, word. All right. So I think they're gonna show the grand slam, and then they'll show what happens after.
Sends that one to left. Altuve going back, watching this one. That's a slam the other way.
My word. So that right there, chat, that is the grand slam. I will go back real quick. I'm not going to play the I'll stop it when I see it real quick. My fault. I just want to, at least to kind of show what happened at first. If it plays, no bullshit, because I know it happens a little bit of some issues. If it doesn't play, if this part doesn't play, then I'll probably end up moving on. And it looks like this is fucking up already. All right, word. Okay, chat. So I'm gonna have to get this back rolling. And all right, word. So we'll let that. Yeah, my fault, chat. I'll go back to that. So where I should have paused initially. So at this video, what initially went on was, if you saw, the catcher was trying to tell Framber Valdez to step off the bag, right? I mean, step off the rubber, I should say. He didn't listen. Okay, word. He didn't listen, and he didn't step off the rubber. You see him waving his hand, step off the rubber, right? He didn't do it. Boom, you see the
left back watching this one. That's a slam.
My word.
Against
now,
the Giants.
Let me stop right here. So what the catcher is going to do is, the catcher obviously is going to set up, right, for Framber Valdez's pitch. Now watch what happens. Watch how where this ball should have been placed and where this ball was actually placed.
Yeah.
Just even
interesting, chat, right?
Yeah.
Interesting, chat. So I'm gonna try to get it right. Okay, word. That now it's finally working. So where he was, it looks like it kind of crossed them up. It does look like it, but quite frankly, these two have a relationship already. They know each other. It's not like this is a new catcher, it's a new pitcher. No, they've been working the whole fucking year. So the catcher's expecting one thing, Framber Valdez is throwing something else, and it looks like it crosses him, right?
Yeah.
Now this is where it gets interesting. If you look, chat, Framber Valdez is out. He looks frustrated. You see the catcher still. He's still looking at him. He knows something's up. He knows something's up, right? He's still glaring at him. Still glaring at bro. Takes off his mask. Still glaring at him. He's like, all right, fuck it. Fine. Throws it to him. You see Framber Valdez's face. Framber Valdez ain't looking too happy. No bullshit. He looks fucking annoyed, right?
Mm-hmm.
So that shows right there, chat.
Left.
That shows right there. That shows right there that Framber Valdez, I'm not going to say accidentally, Framber Valdez purposely
Yeah.
hit his catcher.
Yeah.
Is that the right move for him to do, Amari?
No,
Yeah,
not at all.
not at
But I
all.
will say one thing now. Yo, your boy is fighting sleep over here, bro.
Oh, you are? All right, Ben.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to bounce out of here. It
For
is
real?
2 a.m. Yeah, I'm fighting. I'm fighting sleep over here, bro.
Nah, my fault. My
My
fault.
eyes are getting heavy.
Say that. Say that.
I don't
All
want to
right,
fall
Ben.
asleep while on live on here.
No, you good. You good. You good. I will. Okay. So since you're falling asleep, I'm gonna make this quick. I'm gonna make this quick then. Obviously, like we said, the Red Sox lost tonight. I want to say the last week and a half they went 3-3 before tonight's game. They're now 3-4 this last week. Roman Anthony, he's out for about a month with a oblique injury. Alex Bregman just announced that, it has come out that Alex Bregman most likely will opt out of his contract at the end of the year. All right, with the vibes that are right now for the Sox, do you kind of worry about this team right now, E?
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. Bregman not coming back is probably a big It's probably a big factor in what decisions they're going to make moving forward as far as the bullpen and whatnot. Because then who are you going to get to replace Bregman? That's going to be an issue unless you move Marcelo Meyer to third.
Right.
So I don't know. Maybe they might feel Marcelo Meyer is going to play third
Mm-hmm.
and is going to be his replacement.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't know. It's going to be interesting, bro. We'll see.
Facts. And taking Roman Anthony's injury, how far do you see this team going with him not being in the lineup?
It's cooked. It's cooked.
Yeah.
It's cooked.
Yeah, I feel the same way.
Honestly, I think the playoffs might be cooked too.
Yeah.
It's cooked.
And trust,
there's a lot of baseball left.
There is. But at the same time, when you take that away from your offense, and especially how it showed, especially in the last couple games,
right?
Yeah, it hasn't been pretty. There's still hope. Don't get me wrong. It ain't like the season's over,
right?
But it just got a lot harder. It just got a lot harder, chat. No bullshit. But with that being said, chat, again, Sox, it wasn't much to really talk about tonight. But I do want to say I appreciate Amari for being in here with me.
Absolutely,
I know it's bad late, so no, he got to catch some Z's, and honestly, quite frankly, I got to get some Z's too.
We got a lot of Bay State media stuff to do tomorrow.
No bullshit. Yeah, this weekend's it's gonna be tough, chat. So yeah, no, Chad, I appreciate everybody for tuning in. Again, gonna be a lot of what the hell's happening in sports content, especially this weekend. I'm home all weekend. Bay State media contact will be happening. Content
tomorrow
will be happening tomorrow, and even Sunday too. Hey, trust me, you'll catch me on. I'll be on there. Mario will be on here with
college
me.
Football Sunday.
Hell yeah, you already know.
College football Saturday, football Sunday, NFL. So
hell yeah. There's gonna be a whole lot, chat. But with that being said, chat, this has been another edition of What the Hell is Happening in Sports. It's your boy NERO, Bay State Media, always with me. Shout out to my brother Amari Scott.
Yes, sir.
Hell yeah. But we're gonna catch y'all later on. We got to get the Z's for y'all, bro, so we can bring you that content.
Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed.
Love y'all. Hell yeah, you already know. Appreciate you, bro. Love all y'all. Love y'all, chat. Hell yeah. We'll catch y'all later.
Peace. All right, Brady. I'll catch you tomorrow.